Morning, everybody. This is Kirkpoint. It's Tuesday. Finally getting around to doing my knife, Pennsylvania's knife challenge. I don't have a whole lot to show y'all. Got some great stuff, but I'll show you what I can bring up real quick. I'm gonna have to head out pretty fast. So I thought when I found this it was a hair hay. I'm not sure now. It may not have been. I don't know. They may have just, you never know. It's hard to put in people's minds what they're doing. I like to wet mine a little because it makes the colors stand out better now. Most of my stuff is probably knives, but I'll show you what stuff that I would call knives for sure. This one, I know you've probably seen this one before. This is a worked and reworked. This is the way it came out of the ground. It looks like somebody's grabbed a hold of it here lately and worked on it, but that's the way she came out. Got that, telltale's kind of a knife shape to it. It could have been a preform, but I couldn't see why they would have went back and resharpened it for. But hey, you never know. Gets washed. This is got kind of a pinkish hue to it. Well, I've seen some beautiful stuff on there lately. Wow, that's the man was right. There's some nice stuff floating around out there. Kind of like I was saying, I wish you could get a place where you could put them on, everybody could see them and touch them and drool on them. They're all so pretty. This one I found at a cave. No, I didn't know. Yeah, it was at a cave. That's right. A long time ago. You can tell I've got lots of mockingbirds. Found this one just, I don't know, a week and a half ago or so, 2 weeks ago, down to my side. It's really well made. Kind of big for a Madison, I'd think, but you never know. I mean, it's a little too nice for a Hamilton. So. Used to be been that way for a while. They used it evidently because it's so slick and smooth. I'm not sure if it was a knife or not, but it kind of had that knife appeal to me. Not sure about this one either, but I couldn't see it being used for a point. Wouldn't make a real good scraper, but I guess it would. This one came from my Kirk set. Try not to make this too long, bore you to death. Sorry about the shakes, it's part of getting old, I guess. I overlook it. Let's see. I got two of these. I think they're 4 ancient blades. the best I can tell through Overstreet or whatever. But they came from my side. But you know, it's an old side. It's had a lot of people living in it. And I found a lot of woodland stuff in there. From top. They didn't come from way down. They were kind of together actually, not within inches of each other. Wish I'd have got them on film, but it's been several years ago. It's before I got on the internet and seen all these great people doing this, and boy, it made an addict out of me. I wouldn't leave home without my camera now. I may leave without my shovel, but my camera's with me. It's kind of weird, huh? Here's one of them. It's kind of one of them weird things. This came from my side. I've been finding several of these lately. It's kind of, I know it doesn't have that typical scraper look, but it does. It looks more like it would be a great finger knife, though. I mean, like you said, and if you've watched any commercials over the last few years, every good knife on there has got those. This one, it kind of hit me as a knife, sort of because of the way the base is so offset on it. And the tip, it's hard to tell. I don't want to bore y'all to death with this and try to hurry it up. But the base itself is offset, and it's been sharpened hard up to one side. So I figure this is what those handles I've got for it. That y'all said was handles, those bone heels, deer heels. I'll put them in there, and man, they fit so good. I don't know, I never would have figured that out. I appreciate that one. Yep, this came from my side. It was one of those holy moly moments. The usual thing, though, you know how that works. Found two of them together, and they both had the exact same thing done to them. So I heard Richard say one day, King Richard, that sometimes they fit them to their handles instead of having to rework their handle every time. Makes sense. And I find a lot of them that way with the exact same thing wrong with them. Same style, same everything sometimes. This one has that knife look. That's the way it was finished pretty much. I think they did that on purpose right here. On that end, it's just smoothed off. That would be I'm sure the handle top of the part you wouldn't want sticking in your hand. A lot of knives seem to share that characteristic. You know, you really don't need that top notch or top ear, tang, whatever. That was a really pretty one. I like that one. The material is unreal. Nice. I'm thinking hornstone, but yeah. And most of the good ones I find won't even come close to some of the pieces I've found there. They can make some good stuff. Oh boy, can they make some good stuff. Same thing here, kind of a... Oh, sorry, y'all. It's early morning and I've only had a pot of coffee. I'll get my second one going here in a minute. I like those. I got two of them like that. They almost all this come from my side, except for the Harahara thing that could have been. It didn't come from there. Most everything else did. I mean, that's where I've been hunting for the last 8 or 10 years, pretty much. I mean, do you blame me? One more like that. This is the other one. Found them close together too. That's kind of weird. Quite near as good made, but it's got that same offset tang or ear, sharpening up one side hard, and both sides hard. You know, I find a lot of Kirks down here that are not beveled. I used to always thought it was just a characteristic, and I do have them that are beveled.